Let me tell you something most men learn too late. A mature woman does not fall in love with promises. She doesn't fall for poetry, and she definitely doesn't fall for a good morning beautiful text. She has heard it all before. But one evening changed everything for a man I know. He wasn't rich. Rich. He wasn't flashy. He wasn't even that smooth. Yet within weeks, a woman who hadn't opened her heart in years started looking at him differently. What did he do? Nothing dramatic. He touched her. Differently. Not in a desperate way. Not in a rehearsed way. But in a way that made her nervous system feel safe. And that is where most men fail. They try to impress her mind. But a mature woman falls through her nervous system first. Let me show you how. The quiet lower back moment they were walking into a crowded restaurant. Loud. Busy. People everywhere. Everywhere. As they moved through the door, he placed his hand gently on the small of her back. Not pushing. Not grabbing. Just resting there. Steady. She didn't say anything. But later she admitted something strange. I felt protected. And I don't even know why. Here's why. The lower back is highly sensitive and deeply connected to emotional processing. A calm, steady hand there signals leadership without dominance. For a woman who's been strong for years, that small gesture whispers, you don't have to handle everything alone right now. That's powerful. The two-handed hand hold a week later she was telling him about something personal. Most men would nod while half-checking their phone. He didn't. He took her hand, then placed his other hand over it. Now both of his hands were holding one of hers. He didn't speak. He just looked at her. That moment hit her harder than any compliment ever had. Why? Because full physical presence communicates full emotional presence. A mature woman has dated distracted men who were there, but not really there. When you hold her hand with both of yours, you're saying, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. Her body feels that before her brain explains it. The forehead connection one night after laughing about something stupid, they got quiet. He didn't rush to kiss her. He didn't make a joke to break the tension. He stepped closer and gently rested his forehead against hers. No words, just breathing. That kind of closeness requires confidence. You cannot fake that. It's intimate without being sexual, deep without being dramatic. And for a woman who built emotional walls brick by brick, that moment feels like someone knocking softly instead of trying to break the door down. Down. The subtle thumb stroke, this one is almost unfair. They were sitting side by side. Her hand was in his. While talking about something completely ordinary, his thumb started slowly moving across her skin, back and forth. Soft, unconscious. He wasn't trying to seduce her. He wasn't even looking at their hands, but her breathing shifted. Because slow, gentle stroking activates the part of the brain responsible for emotional bonding. It creates closeness without intensity. And here's what made it dangerous. It felt natural. Not performed. Not performed. A mature woman can detect forced affection instantly. But when tenderness feels effortless, that's when she starts falling. The silent pull, they were watching a movie. There was a small space between them. Without saying a word, he slid his arm around her and gently pulled her closer. Not aggressively, not as a move, just closer, and she melted into him. Why? Because he didn't ask for closeness, he chose it. Many mature women have felt like they had to earn affection. Be pretty enough. Be agreeable enough. Be agreeable enough. Be easy enough. When a man pulls her close simply because he wants her near him, it rewrites that story. It says, I want you here. Not for what you give, just for you. That lands deeper than you think. The 20-second hug, now here's the one that changes everything. The long hug. Not the quick, polite squeeze. I'm talking chest to chest, both arms around her, no back patting, no rushing, at least 20 seconds. Here's what happens in that time. Her stress levels drop, her heart rate slows. Her body shifts from alert mode to safe mode. A mature woman has carried heartbreak, pressure, responsibility. She has mastered being strong. But when you hold her long enough that she doesn't have to hold herself together, something softens. And when she feels safe with you, that's when love becomes possible. Here's the truth, most men miss. These touches only work when they come from calm confidence. If your energy is needy, she feels it. She feels it. If your intention is manipulative, she senses it. But if your presence is grounded, slow and aware, touch becomes language. And mature women don't fall for noise. They fall for how you make their nervous system feel. Safe. Chosen. Wanted. You don't need tricks. You need presence. Because the man who can make her feel safe in silence is the man she remembers. But here's what most men still don't understand. Touch is powerful, but timing is everything. If you do these things too early, you lose her. Scott, if you hesitate too long, you miss your moment. And a mature woman, she will not wait forever. So the real question is, will you be the man who understands her emotional language, or the one who keeps trying to impress her with words she stopped believing in years ago? If this opened your eyes even a little, subscribe, because in the next video, I'm breaking down the subtle signs a mature woman shows when she's already emotionally choosing you. And most men completely miss them. And trust me, missing those signs is how you lose a woman who was ready to love you. I'll see you in the next one.